Welcome back, sister. It is day 4, and I cannot believe that we are already on the final day of this 4 days video series of the Feminine Empress. I am delighted to see all of your sharings and messages, and it's an amazing experience that takes off the pressure from us women when we are able to be seen and witnessed in a safe space. So keep those messages, sharings coming, and ask me any questions if you are having any doubts or any ahas, anything that you'd like to ask me. I wanted to remind you that tomorrow I will be looking at all the comments and selecting 3 random sisters for feminine gifts. I will be giving you some resources to enhance and deepen your relationship with your feminine empress. So keep on sharing. So it is day 4, and I am excited to share with you the lover sub-archetype of the feminine empress. This is one of my favorite sub-archetype and has been quite dominant in my life because I think I consider myself as a romantic and sensual person. However, I was operating mostly in the dark qualities of the lover sub-archetype that caused me years of depression too. Therefore, it has been my intention to share about these sub-archetypes with you in detail and see how they are playing in your life unconsciously, how they are interconnected, and how you can utilize them for your greater good. Each of these sub-archetypes are mere energies of various consciousness that we can choose to initiate and expand as and when life presents us with opportunities of growth. So let's talk about the light side of the lover sub-archetype. I can pretty much sum this in one line. She is in love with love. Now feel into this and tune into this. She is in love with love. How does it feel for you to be in love with love? She is the high priestess of longing and desire, and this may trigger some of you because if you've had a religious upbringing just like mine, then I will not be surprised if you have been taught or told to condemn longing and desire because that can be a source of evil. In fact, the energy of longing and desire is our evolutionary impulse. Think about any past inventions, discoveries, or new creation. It came from the desire to experience something new, something that we did not have, something that would make our lives better. So it is a very sacred energy to feed into, but in a sacred manner. Desires are your soul's longings for experience in this human physical body, and there is nothing unholy about it. The only thing that can be unholy about desires is your intention to utilize them. And the good thing is that our desires are tools for our growth. So in order to receive a new desire, it requires us to expand our current vibrational state. So you see, it is really important that we shift our perspective to desires and longings because it is a beautiful energy that we human beings have been gifted to nurture. So let's talk about some of the light qualities of the lover sub-archetype, and like before, I invite you to tune in, feel into how this may sit with you, resonate with you, or if there is something that you would like to nurture, expand, or nourish in your feminine empress. She is sensual, passionate, and seeks beauty everywhere. Let it be in the way she dresses herself, in the things she possesses, in the environment she wants to be in. She loves her temple body and takes time to adorn herself like the goddess she is. She enjoys conscious touch or movement, which in turn allows her to be fully present with all of the emotions in the body. Let it be good or bad, she's not afraid of that. She radiates love and grace to people around her, to the environment, to the surrounding, to herself. And it's a very beautiful energy to witness. I remember spending some weeks in Glastonbury for the very first time, and I saw these beautiful women. They were in their late 50s and even 60s with silver hair, but their faces radiated this grace. Their eyes were sparkling and they were so magnetic that I was love struck. I was for the first time seeing a crone, I must say, a wise woman, a woman of the society that calls them the elders, looking so gracious and so magnetic and with this twinkle in the eyes that I really wanted to be like her, like them when I wanted to age. So there is a beautiful magnetism in this lover sub-archetype as she carries herself with love and grace to all things around. Relationships are her core values in life and she puts them first before making any decisions. And one beautiful light quality of the lover sub-archetype is that she longs for union. Let it be with her beloved, with herself, with the nature, with the environment, with life, with mystery. So I am really curious if the light qualities of the lover archetype enticed you to cultivate this love relationship with yourselves and all things life. So keep sharing with me. Now let's move on to some of the dark qualities of the lover sub-archetype. And again, as I say these, tune in and feel what is present for you. These dark qualities of the lover sub-archetypes are generally our suppressed desires, and sister, it is time to acknowledge them. She has body shame, which means she does not love her temple body like the sacredness she deserves, and instead go into emotional eating, abusive practices like binging alcohol, drugs, and this is usually because of some past traumatic experience, perhaps experienced in their childhood or enforced by the religion. In my case, I was brought up in a very strict religious Christian family, and they made sure that they kept reminding me that my female body was a source of sin and can invoke these emotions in men, and which kind of disconnected me from my body. Another dark quality of the lover sub-archetype is that she has a closed heart. Heart, we say, surrounded with barbed wire, which means that she is so afraid to open herself once again to relationships because of the hurt and traumas in the past. She is needy of love, which means that she will create drama and manipulate people and circumstances around her in order to be seen, in order to be accepted, in order to be loved and heard. She assesses her worth based on her relationship. For example, if she is single, then she might have this feeling that she is not worthy enough to be in partnership with someone. If she is in a relationship which is not fulfilling, then she might also assess her self-worth based on her experience with that relationship. Another dark quality of the lover sub-archetype is that she objectifies men and she uses them for her own benefits. Another dark quality of the lover sub-archetype is that she is possession orientated. That is, she might be addicted to shopping and buying more and stuff because she is this woman who loves sensuality and beauty, so she just cannot fulfill that void within herself to be seen and acknowledged and accepted as this sensual beautiful woman. So she keeps on buying new things in order to fill that gap, and this is quite a problem in our modern day women. We buy lots of stuff that we don't need, that we think that will make us feel full. We keep buying those clothes, those shoes, those jackets, and we do not even use them. Another dark quality of the lover sub-archetype is that she can be blinded by love and she can be misled in making bad decisions from that place. Another significant dark quality of the lover subarchetype is that this particular dark quality shows up in form of skin diseases like acne, rashes, eczema and stuff. And if you look into the emotional reasons of skin related diseases, you will know that it is because of some kind of emotional response to how you are feeling about yourself, your self-esteem and your self-worth. Now, as I said that in my past, I have been operating in the dark qualities of this lover sub-archetype for a really long time, and all of these dark qualities were very present in my life. In my case, I developed extremely low self-esteem and self-worth, and I just could not see myself as the true woman I was. And had I known better at that time that I could have utilized the qualities of my warrior sub-archetype to create boundaries, to develop personal power, as well as nurture the qualities of my mother sub-archetype to deepen my presence and become magnetic and open to receiving. But at that time, I was really insecure that I would lose this person that I was in relationship with. So sister, how are you feeling about this lover sub-archetype? I want to remind you that sensuality, sexuality are pretty much second nature to our feminine. There has been reason that our female body has been made to experience pleasure many more times than men. We have 9,000 nerves in our clitoris. So if you might be feeling that you are not a sensual or sexual woman, I want to remind you that it's not true. It's something that we all women have within ourselves. It's just a matter of that we might have chosen not to own this aspect of ourselves because of any religious or societal conditionings, or even due to any past traumatic experiences. So the lover sub-archetype invites us to deepen our spirituality by bringing back this outcasted part of our feminine, the sensual and the sacred sexuality. There are plenty of ancient teachings from various lineages, let it be Egyptian, let it be Chinese, Indian, Greek, South American. There are plenty of teachings that emphasizes on cultivating our sexual energy, not just for sex or producing baby, but to experience and achieve higher levels of consciousness and vitality. So the invitation of the lover sub-archetype pretty much is to seek pleasure in your everyday life, and this does not just have to be pleasure in bed. It is the way you carry yourself out in life. Imagine when you go out now after this video, step outdoors and walk slowly, look at the clouds, feel what is in the air, smell, look around. These are things that are alive around you, and this in turn will recharge your sensual nerves. So today I also wanted to share with you a sacred mudra practice that can assist you in deepening your relationship with your sacred sexuality and also shedding those traumatic experiences layer by layer as you continue to do this mudra practice. It's called the Yoni mudra. Yoni is a Sanskrit word, as some of you might already know, which means sacred portal or sacred gateway, and that refers to the physical part of a female body that encompasses the vagina and the vulva. This part of the body, the female body, is considered to be a source of reverence in several spiritual teachings. Some of the benefits of the Yoni mudra is that it assists us to calm down our nervous systems, in turn reducing stress. It also helps to reduce menstrual cramps, resolve some fertility issues, and in case of menopausal women, assists in balancing the hormones. Yoni mudra also assists us in cultivating our Shakti, our life force energy, and deepening our spirituality in congruence with our sexuality. So yes, this is another mudra that we women can use to cultivate our feminine energy and connect to the greater feminine, the mother, the earth that exists around us, so that we can live, our bodies can live together in harmony. So let's begin the mudra. There are a few different variations of the Yoni Mudra ranging from easy to complex. The one that I am sharing with you today is good for beginners as well as good for avid practitioners. You can create this mudra anytime throughout the day when you need a moment of de-stress or to activate your Shakti, your life force energy. So, you begin by making sure you are sitting comfortably with your spine straight. Bring your hands on your lap, facing outwards, and let it rest there for a short while so that you get present in your body by some gentle breaths. Then bring your palms together and interlock your fingers like this. Close your palm and stretch your index fingers, touching each other, pointing downwards. And now stretch your thumbs, touching each other and pointing upwards. This is the Yoni Mudra. Now you can bring your hands on your womb space and place it in such a way that the top of your thumbs are touching your navel. You can continue breathing gently into your womb space, holding on to this position and focusing on any light quality of the lover sub archetype that you would like to expand in your being. You can use this intention to flow through you with every breath you inhale and exhale as you hold on to this mudra. Another beautiful way to do this Yoni Mudra is to light a candle in front of you and gaze at it in a meditative state as you hold this mudra with your intention. Once you feel complete, you can bring your hands to any part of the body that you feel called to offer some gentle, nourishing touch and allow the exchange of this beautiful energy that you have cultivated. I hope today's video gave you some beautiful insight about your lover sub archetype and how you can utilize this aspect of your feminine Empress. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking about the feminine Empress, talking about all of these sub archetypes, because this feminine Empress has been a very big anchor for me every time I have found myself feeling lost and disappointed in my vision for life. For women like us who are called to step up and change the norms in which the society is functioning right now, it is also very important that we notice all these subtleties that are operating in our own lives, which are keeping us tired and overwhelmed and busy and unfulfilled. Taking charge of this and stepping into our highest version, into our feminine Empress, is the only way we can begin to pave path for women behind us and for the future generations to follow this route. So we are on a big mission, my dear. So the calling that you feel inside of you is bigger than you, my dear sister. And when you're able to remind yourself of this in your daily life, that is what it means to be a feminine Empress. The best part is that in doing so, we are able to hold space for the masculine to shift from its distorted version to create new structures from a conscious perspective. So I really want to thank you for taking this courageous journey of getting to know your feminine Empress, stepping into your embodiment of your purpose, your presence, and your pleasure. The world really needs your personal leadership right now. Before we close today's video, I want to tell you that we are not done now. I have a bonus video for you, a surprise. And you see, I think this is where I am channeling my habits of overgiving. But I love to give value, more value, and as much as value that I can to the women in my tribe. So I have a bonus for you arriving in your inbox tomorrow. So I want to give you a lot of tools and resources, because I know that my feminine does not like routine, does not like to do just one thing. She changes according to the different cycles, and each day she wants to nurture different things. So I want to provide you different tools and practices so that you can choose as and when your feminine pleases to. So look out for the surprise email tomorrow. And for now, hop on to the Exploring Femininity Sisterhood group and share with us what light quality of the lover archetype you are drawn to, what dark quality of the lover archetype you want to bring to light, and how was your experience of the Yoni Mudra. As I said, tomorrow I will be selecting few sisters for giveaways, and I'll share some new ways of how you can continue your deepening with the feminine empress. For now, namaste.